What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, South 40 Outdoors. It's your girl Dion here today. It's your favorite cousin, guys, coming to you with another episode. Today, I'm going to show you guys a quick seed starting setup that I did about about 8 weeks ago. I started starting seeds, and I've been doing it in rotational cycles so that we can um, plant in concession. So today I've got a couple examples of three of the methods that I use to start seeds. I'm big into like upcycling and recycling material if possible. We use a lot of stuff around the house that we can take and upcycle into something useful on the farm. So one of those things that I've used are eggshell crates. And you can also use the cardboard ones, like the brown ones that are biodegradable and they break down in soil. So those will work if you want to use them, and you can cut the cells up into like individual little eggs and plant into the ground. But I'm using the plastic cases that we get from Sam's Club. We go through a lot of eggs. We do eat a lot of eggs out here for breakfast and stuff, baking cakes, that kind of thing. So I started saving these, and this was my first time doing this method. This was the second method that I went with. The first method that I went with was cups. Um, it was kind of hit and miss, and I think that was due to my soil being a little too compacted in the cups. And then the third method that I used, or the third method that I tried because I was testing out stuff here, this is what they call the snail shell method. And this worked out really, really well. Of the three, this is probably my new favorite method for starting seeds. It was really simple. I also upcycled material doing this as well. I took some of the horse feed bags. They're made of like that plastic kind of poly material or something like that. And I cut those into strips. And that was it. You cut the bag open, cut it into strips, and I laid it out, covered it with soil, rolled it up into like this whole snail shell little circle, and I taped it down the back. If you guys are interested, I can do a video later and make one and let you guys see how I made that. But as you can see, it's kind of rolled around like a little cinnamon roll, in the middle. And what I did after I packed all my soil in, I left probably about an inch of space at the top with no soil, and then I went back, sprinkled in my seeds, and then went back and sprinkled soil on top of that. So in this set here, these are my peppers. I've got in the outer ring, I've got banana peppers here. Then going into the middle ring, because it's three rings basically, the middle ring, I've got sweet pepper seeds. And in the very center, which are growing the slowest, we've got cayenne peppers. Yep. So we've got, actually, I said that wrong. We've got the sweet banana peppers. We've got the tangerine dream, which is in the middle. That's a mild yellow pepper. It'll be my first time growing those. They should be kind of sweet as well. And then the cayenne. But as you can see, this works really well. You see the roots have grown all the way down, and they've come through the entire length of the wrap here. So this was a really successful experiment for me. As you can see also, I started a lot of seeds like this because I tried several different methods and they failed. So I opted for this. These are our cabbages. I have two variety of cabbages that are in this set here, and you can see they got good length on them. They've grown a lot. Like, they're doing really, really well. They've got leaves developed. These will be ready to go in the ground soon. Look at those roots on the bottom. That's a mat. That's a mat of roots. This was a great option, guys. Okay, that's the snail shell method. And again, If you guys want to see how I made those and how we set it up, drop a comment in the drop a comment below and let me know. We'll do a little video and I'll show you guys how to do that. All right. So, like I said, another method was using the plastic egg crate. The plastic egg crate works really well also, but there were a few things that I've learned, you know, troubleshooting, pros and cons, things I figured out, things that I do different next time. I've already started my second set of seeds in the egg crate, and I have those in a window inside the house. And I made a few adjustments from the first set to that second set. So in comparison with this first set that I started here, you can see it's pretty heavy. Okay, it bends, and I packed the soil in pretty tight. So what I did, let me see if I've got I think I've got a empty one. Let's see here. Yeah, all right. So here we go. With the empty one here. So basically what I did, and this was a new one, I haven't even put holes in this one. Take out the inserts, remove the glue and stuff like that, give it a good wash, okay? Then you want to take some type of heating gun that you can punch holes in, all right? And you want to punch holes in the bottom. Honestly, guys, I think these are made perfectly for seed starting because the way that the containers are set up, they have little indentations that are perfect. It's a perfect size for a drain hole. So I use a little heat gun, which is just a wood carving tool, and I punch holes in the center of every one. I do the same thing to the top to match the bottom. And I punch holes all the way across in the same space. To make it easier, you can just close it down so you can keep it lined up, and then you can punch your holes straight in the middle and line it up with the hole on the bottom. Okay? So once you do that, then you want to fill it with soil. Here's the mistake I made the first time. I closed the lid. Well, what I did, I filled it, then I closed it, and I packed more soil in on the top. And what that did, it gave me basically like a 3-inch, almost like a 3-inch pot. In reality, the 3-inch pot was more than I needed. So to correct that on the next one, I'm only going to use one side and one side. So we'll double our seeds in the same cell. And what you want to do is pack your soil into the hole, take your finger, poke a little hole in the middle, and then drop your seeds in. Once you do that, weight it down, and you're ready to go. So with this set here, doubling my soil gave me like an egg-shaped ball. Cutting that in half will make this smaller than what it was and give us a little less because you don't really need all of that. In reality, that's about all you need. And if you start maybe 2-3 seeds in each spot, this is perfect to go right into the ground. The third method was cups. The cups didn't work that well. Soil was packed too tight, and a lot of our seeds didn't pop. So we did get some, but not as successful as the egg crate and the snail shell method. So guys, if you guys want to know anything in detail about the egg crates, the snail shell, or even going in the cups, drop a comment below and let me know. For now, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like on the video, and tune in next time for more. Peace.